is the head of the Palestinian mission to the United Kingdom. He is also a former ambassador to the US, an advisor to the Palestinian president. Ambassador Husam Zomlot joining me now from London. Firstly, I just want to get your reaction to this moment in time. A ceasefire expected in the hours to come and a move to release the hostages in an exchange for Palestinian prisoners who are in Israeli jails. What is going through your mind right now, sir?
A deep, deep sigh of relief, Becky, that finally our people in Gaza are going to at least see the end of this unprecedented mass murder, mass starvation and mass destruction, the genocide that has been in real time in front of the world. But also caution. We have experienced Netanyahu in the last ceasefire agreement, so we welcome it as a first step, and we realize that we need not to relax, not to rest, but to keep the momentum, keep the pressure. So this is the end of Israel's genocidal war. This will see the full withdrawal of the Israeli occupation army out of Gaza. This will see the immediate relief and delivery of humanitarian aid desperately needed following the starvation of our people for all these months. And this will see the immediate rebuilding and reconstruction of Gaza and the unity of Gaza with the West Bank. Inseparable, Gaza should be and must be and will be from the state of Palestine under one legitimate Palestinian government. And we need to learn the lesson finally, and this is the most important, that since the 7th of October and all that followed of the atrocities, that these are the symptoms. We must be set on the root cause, and we must from now not only end the genocide but end the occupation altogether and bring peace and justice to Palestine and the region.
Well, this is the first phase of a roadmap, as it were. It is, as you rightly point out, too early to call an end to this war as it stands at present. Certainly so many people want to call an end to this war, but let's be quite clear, we need to see more detail at this point. What is your understanding of whether Israel has given Hamas any assurances that it will permanently stop fighting and withdraw fully from Gaza?
Israel's assurances have always been reneged, and look at what Israel is doing in Lebanon. There is a full ceasefire in Lebanon, between Israel and Lebanon, and Israel violates that ceasefire every single day. So the guarantees that we need must come from the mediators, from Egypt, from Qatar and from the US, particularly that President Trump is invested in this and has offered this as his peace plan. So we do need to see such international guarantees, and we need to keep the global movement for Palestine momentum, Becky, because the people of the world, the millions all over the world, are the main reason that their governments realize that they cannot absolutely continue pretending that genocide is not happening. And all the decisions and all the official momentum you saw is because of the movement. So this is a message through your program. We must keep the work. It's just beginning.
Crucially, the next step would be that Hamas would have to disarm. Would this second phase to be enacted? Do you believe that's going to happen?
Becky, Gaza now needs baby formula. It needs doctors and nurses. Gaza now needs really an unprecedented international efforts to bring life back to Gaza after all these months and 2 years of utter destruction. Gaza needs bulldozers to take out the rubble. It needs really hands of building with us. Gaza, I don't think we need weapons right now. What we need is the unity of our people, is the unity of our land, and is the unity of our political system. We have one address, we have one government. The agreement is there will be a Palestinian technocratic committee that is linked directly to the Palestinian central government authority, and the Palestinian security services will be in charge of making sure that our people are secured, are protected, and from there we move towards again making sure that it's the state of Palestine that has the sovereignty over the land of Palestine and the ability to provide for its people and protect its citizens.
I understand your perspective and I get your position on this. With respect, I asked, not with respect actually, because I very, very much wanted to hear your personal perspective. What I'm also interested in hearing from you is whether you believe that Hamas will disarm, because the next step in this comprehensive plan that would include all of what you have just suggested, the baby formula, the bulldozers, the cleanup, everything that Palestinians in Gaza need, at the moment will not happen unless both parties agree to this plan. That plan includes Hamas disarming. So your sense of whether that is likely to happen?
Well, my understanding of the talks in Sharm el-Sheikh and the agreement, it includes that it is a technocratic government that will be in charge of Gaza. And my understanding is that Hamas accepted long ago and confirmed in that agreement that they will have no role in the governance in Gaza. And when it comes to governance, there will have to be one security apparatus that is legitimate, belonging to the government of Palestine, that only Palestinians can govern themselves. So in that regard, yes, I think we are heading in that direction. And we also need not only to see the disarmament of one side, we want to see the disarmament of the Israeli army that is surrounding Gaza, simply because, you know, this isn't just a one-sided situation, Vicky. And I assure you, Netanyahu is simply maneuvering, and he's just waiting for another opportunity, for a loophole somewhere to come back to this. I don't see him taking a decision to end the entire war and to withdraw his forces. I see him maneuvering to bring back the hostages, the exchange of detainees, and then from there, God knows what he has up his sleeves. And that's why we want to make sure that while we take that deep sigh of relief, we also keep that pressure, that work, to make sure that we keep going in the direction of ending the whole war and to swiftly go in the direction of what President Trump's plan has offered, which is the right to self-determination of the Palestinian people, which is statehood. And therefore, that's exactly where we need to focus our efforts rather than gritty, nitty details here, because this is what Netanyahu and Israel always divert us towards, the gritty, nitty details. This is time to end the occupation once and for all.
The problem is that Israel's stated goal is to annihilate Hamas. Whether you agree that that is ever possible or not, that includes the disarmament, the complete disarmament of that organization. Look, I get where you're positioned, and you have explained why you think agreement to not be in governance going forward, which would also include decisions about security, might be the way of answering that question. Look, you know, there is much hope that Donald Trump's, the leverage that the US clearly have under Donald Trump and his administration will be really used going forward, not just in this first phase. His plan calls for a board chaired by him and to include Tony Blair, for example, to oversee Gaza. And I want to quote their plan here until, quote, the Palestinian Authority has completed its reform program as outlined in various proposals, including President Trump's peace plan in 2020 and the Saudi-French proposal of late, and can securely and effectively take back control of Gaza. Now, I just wonder what you believe those who have drafted this roadmap believe and have accepted and supported this roadmap. That includes the Arab states in this region. What those steps for reform are of the Palestinian, of the PA as you understand them. And is this plan workable going forward? Is it feasible? Is it realistic?
Reform, number one, Vicky, is a Palestinian demand. It's our people that demanded reform, and it's a legitimate demand. And there is such a commitment towards that reform. So it shouldn't be just portrayed as an external sort of pressure. The Palestinian people want to see a democratic political system. They want to see elections as soon as possible. The Palestinian people want to see one address, one government, one law. The Palestinian people see themselves as united, and they see their land as united, and they don't want any further fragmentation. So in that line, yes, I see that as possible. possible. I see our commitment to be firm to our people first and foremost, and I believe that what we need right now is to empower and strengthen the Palestinian national institutions and representation, the Palestinian government, the PLO in this regard, and to make sure that international assistance and help and support is there in abundance to help us doing what should be done, that Palestinians must govern themselves, no other entity governs Palestinians, and that the support come from the world. So we actually build it bottom up towards the commitment of President Trump and the 20 plans, that this is about the right to self-determination and this is about, in the end, statehood. So if this is the goal, though, so everything we take, every step in the road we take must lead to that sovereignty, that statehood, that end of occupation, including making sure that it's the Palestinian national institutions, it's the Palestinian legitimacy, it's the Palestinian people that who govern themselves, rebuild their country according to their needs and their priorities, not according to any other consideration.
Let me briefly ask you who you believe could or should emerge as the leader of Gaza and a future Palestinian state.
There is no such a thing as a leader of Gaza. There is such a thing as a leader of the Palestinian people and leadership of the Palestinian people. That includes a president, a parliament of the state that is now recognized by the absolute vast majority of the world, minus the US and Israel. It should include a renewal of our democratic process all the time, and let the Palestinian people elect their leaders. Becky, there is a lot of talk about the people of Gaza. There is no such a thing. I am a person who was born in Gaza. There is the Palestinian people in Gaza, in Jerusalem, in the West Bank. So there will be one leader, one president for the people of Palestine, and that one president shall be elected by the people of Palestine. There isn't any other formula.